Hey guys, what is up? Tasman Hart here. This is gonna be something different that I need to talk about and I need to get off my chest because, oh my god. Okay, here's the thing, guys. I usually don't really like talking about these type of stuff and doing these type of discussions like this, but there are times I'm gonna have to, and this is just gonna be the only time I'm gonna have to do this to get off my chest. I mean, maybe there are times it may happen in the future. I don't know, but I'm just gonna. This is like the type of trend that's been going on right now that I really need to get off my chest, no matter what. Okay, now guys, I'm not gonna like go angry about this. I'm not gonna go like all crazy about this. This is just something I really need to get off my chest. That why things just need to change and why things need to stop. And that is, of course, of the Super Mario Galaxy movie situation. Now, if some of you guys ever saw my review for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I'll be fair, I really do enjoy the movie, but I can understand why this movie is very flawed. I can understand why some people didn't really like it, and it's fine. It's all opinions. I mean, everybody has different opinions, so yeah. But so this is like what happened. There's been a lot of reviews that went on for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. You know, both critics and audience is they all have like very different scores and different opinions on what no matter what, especially when it comes to Rotten Tomato scores. Like the Super Mario Galaxy movie has like a 43% rating, which is very low, which is and it is very harsh. And then the audience score is like over 90s. You know, just like how the Super Mario Brothers movie went back in 2023 had like over a 90% audience score. Now, I don't agree with that, but I do agree I do enjoy them, but I wouldn't really give it like a higher score because if the movies have a greater story and more character development when it focused on the story, then I would have given it a higher score. I would have agreed with it. But I don't agree with the critics either. So, see what happened. There's been this one thing that's just that there's been this drama that's been going on right now, and that has to do with all with the people with the discourse. Okay, yeah, this is what I was about to say. The drama that went on right now is the discourse, and that is of course like doing like people, and this is a big one right there. It's that people are making excuses that this is just made for kids and just made for the fans, while the others are just like, there's been a lot of these arguments going on, and like whether it's like the studios or the parents and all like, well, actually not all the parents but some of the parents, and also a lot of the fans, like and again not all the fans but some of the um, majority of fans that are just uh, getting really out of hand nowadays, and they were like attacking critics about them didn't like the movie because they actually bashed them. And now there's been this like side versus side that's been going on right now, and this is just the one thing that just really annoys me so badly that I just cannot stand. Um, this is the type of thing that I really cannot stand when it comes to the film industry. And now, if some of you guys have been following me on my YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram, keep in mind that I'm not talking about you guys. This is just the what I have to say about why when it comes to these type of people that just don't know how to act right. And it just annoys me so badly that it actually angers me that I can't even feel excited anymore. Here's what I have to say one thing, and okay, this is just when people are this is comes for other people that are defending the movie, and it's fine to defend a movie. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is coming to other people that they're harassing their opinions on whether they either like or didn't like the movie, whoever if they're trying to be honest about them, and yeah, the other people were trying to do all kinds of fighting arguments like to no reason. And okay, this is the trend I need to talk about. It's not. I'm not going to be talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie because I'm just going to keep that away for now. But this is the type of thing that just honestly really needs to stop. And that is just making excuses when the movies are not getting the best reviews. If the movie and in the movie you're telling us that it's not made for everyone. And that is just like one of the that is just like one of the dumbest things you can ever do to make a movie. Okay? Here's why, and I promise that now before I discuss this, I promise this will not go on for too long. But this is just the thing that just really needs to stop. This whole excuse when you're trying to like pander to your audience and like whatever's like any type of movies you're making in general when it's like not made for us. If we're trying to have our opinions, if we've seen other movies like that, when it's like based on an IP or whatever. Here's the thing, guys. When the movie is bad, if you're making like a bad movie, and again, this is not talking about Mario. This is talking about like movies in general. Okay, when you're making like a bad movie, you don't use that. You don't ever make any excuses if the movie is bad. If you made some of the most terrible movies ever made, whether it's like a kids movie or a movie made for fans, and honestly, guys, this is absolutely pathetic. You keep pumping out movies that and not telling us good stories and even good characters, and you're just like pandering to your demographics, and that is just what really sickens me. Here's the thing, guys. Listen to what I had to say. This whole excuse and this whole toxic drama that's been going on has been gone too far enough. And you want to know what else is also going too far? The arguments. Especially when you keep disagreeing certain things what they're trying to say. Listen, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to when it comes to a lot of the critics that reviewed the Mario Galaxy movie, there's a couple of things I disagree with. I mean, but there are things I do agree with, like especially with the flaws I have for the movie. But yeah, I have flaws with the movie, but I'm not like gonna hate on it just for the sake of hate on it. All right. Look, and again, here's what I have to say. I don't have a problem if you guys do not like the movie. If some of you guys do not like the Super Mario Galaxy movie, because it's your opinion, by the way, and I do respect that. But don't just just hate on it, just be surrounded. Just look at it as a film. All right, it's only just a movie. Like, it doesn't matter what genre it is. It doesn't matter what type of brand it is. What matters is that you gotta look at it as a film and give your honest opinions about it. That's a beautiful thing about movies. And also, and I was really hopeful for this movie to be like at least better than last time. But unfortunately, it wasn't because, it has to do with the discourse that's been going on. And that just really is the one thing I'm getting really sick and tired of. And this is like when it come to these people that keep saying, but this movie's made for, like, okay, well, let me just keep Mario aside. And I'm just going to talk about when films in general, when it comes to like any bad movies. I won't say the names, but when it comes to like any of these type of bad movies, when it's like when they're not really putting no effort on making a good movie whatsoever, and then you got these other people, whether it's like studios or Hollywood people, or even like the other people that are just so crazy they keep saying, but of course you don't like this movie. Of course you did, because it's a kids movie. It's not made for you. And the other excuse as well is that it's made for the fans. It's not made for you. Guys, stop. Stop pulling that excuse and try to shove these excuses down in people's throats. Just because if it's a kids movie or if a movie is made for the fans, that does not mean we cannot have any opinions on it. If people are allowed to have opinions, then they have a good reason to have their opinions. And if the movie fails, whether it's like animation or live action or whatever IP is based on, whatever type of IP is based on, it can fail for that reason. Like, and if you're not making anything good, and if you're pulling that excuse, and like, okay, so you're saying that you're just saying that, use that excuse, but you can't make a movie that's anything good. That's ridiculous. Stop pulling that excuse. Stop pulling excuses to bad movies, guys. Saying something is made for kids or made for the fans, that doesn't mean you have to excuse for a movie being this for any type of movies that are bad. All right? Listen, if the movie fails, it can fail for that reason. Because if you're trying to pander to the demographics, then not a lot of people are going to go watch the movies if you're going to keep doing this. Because what if how do you explain when kids have opinions? How do you explain when parents have opinions? How do you explain when real fans, like the other fans, have opinions? Yeah, including myself, I have opinions too. Listen, it's okay if you have your own opinion, if you want to enjoy a movie. If you enjoy these type of movies, that's fine, but you got to respect people's opinion if they're trying to be honest about it. All right? This is just what gets me sick to my stomach. And here's the thing. This is like one of my biggest problems I have for media nowadays, is that how people are just are not smart enough to do any type of franchises or any type of movies that had to appeal to the audience, and yet you had to like make a movie to like pander to the kids and fans. And again, here's the thing: not a lot of people ever like it. Whether you can't really. Here's the thing, guys. When you're trying to like make a movie, and when you're trying to make a movie for kids and for the fans, and here's what I have to say: listen, I don't have any problem if you're gonna make a movie to make it for kids and make it for fans, as long as you make a movie good or enjoyable and make a good story and good characters and make a really good movie on its own. Okay, I don't have any problem with that, but you can't just make a movie and you have to like you have to like make it for kids or any type of demographics, or even like make it for kids or for the fans or any type of demographics, and not putting out a really good story and really good characters and not making it a good movie. You gotta and also and not make it a movie to appeal to everyone. You gotta make it for everyone so that they can enjoy it. Okay? Look, I'm not saying all the people, but you gotta like make a movie that has a broader audience. Alright? That's one of my biggest problems I have for this film, for this media type of media nowadays, is that you're not like you're not given a lot of time to focus on a movie, and you're just trying to like pander to it just for the sake of it. And I'm sorry, that's not how making the movies work. Like, and also for other people, when you're making excuses, you can't just keep making excuses just for the sake of making excuses if any type of movies did not get the best reviews. That's not how life works. What life works is that making great movies and great stories and great characters, or whatever type things that you can make it great, and also making a great movie, that works. And if you do that, then a lot of people can support it. And it would have, and you know, people will pay money to go see these movies. Now, even though the Super Mario Galaxy movie is doing well at the box office, and you know, and I'll say this, I'm happy it's doing well. I'll say that. Good on that movie for doing well. And I can say I recommend you go see the movie. But I would have been extremely happy if the movie was great. But that's just me. Okay? But with that said, I did enjoy the movie. But here's why I had to give you this, and I made a post. So give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna get a post right now. This is this is what I had to write a post for. And this has to do with the kids movie excuse and the movies that's made for fans. Okay? And I bet some of you guys have been following me are gonna love what I had to say. As for now we're gonna talk about the kids movies and made for the fans. What I type on the post on Facebook, and this is why I type on a post on Facebook. And if some of you guys have read it, I bet y'all really like what I type. So here's why I have to read it. Okay, I'm not gonna read all. Now keep in mind, I'm not gonna read all of it. I'm just gonna read most of it, and that's about it. Okay, so I'm gonna skip with the first sentence. I'm gonna start with this. As for kids movies, why do we love most of the Disney animated films, Pixar animated films, Studio Ghibli films, and even several DreamWorks animated films back then? It's because they put a lot of hearts and soul of all of these movies that have great stories, beautiful animation, lovable characters, and put amount of effort on making an amazing movies. Unlike movies like the Emoji Movie, yet that was one of the worst animated films ever made, with horribly written plot, bad jokes, unlikable characters, and a waste of talented animators that made the animation look bland and cheap. This is why saying it's made for kids really needs to stop. And as for the movie that's made for the fans, why do we love movies like Sonic the Hedgehog? It's because not only we love seeing Sonic and the other characters on screen, but it's also because it had good writing, good and likable characters, and give fans and audiences what they wanted to see. Unlike the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, those movies were bad, and most people don't like these movies. It's because it had poorly written script, a soulless cash grabs, bland characters, and a fan service to shove it down your throat. Just like the kids movie excuse, that excuse is another thing that really needs to stop. It's because that could ruin the special memories that people really enjoyed or loved the games, and even worse, harassing people's opinions if they didn't like it. This has really got to stop and leave these people alone. And yeah, and speaking of harassing, for all you people that harassing people's opinion if they didn't like the movie just because they're trying to have their honest thoughts, grow up. Please. Act like mature adults and stop harassing people's opinions. Okay? Okay, one more thing, guys. This is the last thing. Also, one last thing. Look at the comic book or superhero movies like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, the Spider-Verse animated movies, the Dark Knight trilogy, or even the big one right here, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Infinity Saga movies. Those movies were not just made for the fans. They were made for everyone, and they were made for the broader audience, even with my friends and family, which I promise I won't say y'all's names, but if y'all were watching this, but just listen very carefully. I'm just saying. Even with my friends and family, love those movies, and they work because they focus on great stories, great writing, great acting, great characters, amazing action sequences, and the filmmakers that put their hearts and soul to make great films and give the fans and audiences what they wanted to see. Those were the reasons why I love the MCU franchise. Now, they have been struggling a couple of films, especially nowadays, sure. It's very true. Like, even I can admit that. But I will still remember the greatness they have back then for most of the movies. And that is the 2010s. To let you guys know. So, yeah. That's what I had to give you for this, guys. So, guys, in conclusion, make sure if you learn to respect people's opinions, okay? Now, let me talk about our life, okay? We all make mistakes. We do. Heck, here's the thing, guys. As a kid or a teenager, I made a lot of mistakes. Like, I made a lot of mistakes. And yeah, and you know what? It happens. Okay? Yeah, I was ashamed of myself that I was, sometimes I can feel upset. All right. I made a lot of mistakes, especially with the drama I had to deal with, and and even when I get angry, and yeah, here's the thing: I get angry all the times too, but not well. I don't get angry all the time, but yeah, I get angry most of the time when things can feel hurt or mean spirited. All right, but and I bet you guys have been watching this. Y'all made mistakes too. And here's the thing: when I suffer autism, I do suffer autism because as a person who suffer autism, I do sometimes it's best to move on, and I that's what I do. I move on to better things. I'm an adult. I'm 27 years old. My birthday was on December 15th. Um, I turned birthday. It was I think it was like 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. Yeah, yeah. It's either 4 or 5 months, whichever. But yeah, back in last year, December 15th, I turned 27, and you know what? I'm getting mature now, guys. All right, I'm getting a lot more mature now, and I bet you guys are too. So yeah, now keep in mind, guys, this is not me trying to be say anything mean. And here's the thing: this is just my harsh criticism about the excuses that's been going on right now. And don't think I'm actually being angry at y'all, okay? Because if y'all watching this, if y'all know me for a very long time, just keep in mind I'm a nice guy, all right? I really am. And just don't think I'm trying to be mean because I'm not. No, this is just my harsh criticism on these excuses and this drama that's been going on and nothing else. All right? So, I bet we can all be clear on that. So, yeah. So, guys, and okay, and some of the reviewers, okay, okay, I'm not talking about like the YouTubers or anything, but guys, try to be honest about the movie and stop trying to, and please stop trying to hate on it just for the sake of hating on it just because of a brand. That's not being a good critic, all right? And it's also not being a good reviewer either. What matters is that you have to have honest opinions. I'm not gonna say the person's names or anything, but I'm just gonna say act like mature adults and try to be honest about the movie. All right, look at it as a film. And for all these people out there, please stop being surrounded by any type of movies like the Super Mario Galaxy movie. All right, it's just a movie. So yeah, in conclusion, guys, this whole excuse with when you're trying to make it made for kids and made for fans and try to argue with those people, they're trying to be honest about it. This needs to stop. All right. I know it's not going to change anything, but sometimes things have got to change, and sometimes things it's best to move on to other better things. All right. Sometimes it's best to move on to other things that make us feel better and make us feel healthy. That's what life matters. All right? And also, here's the thing. When you're going to make a great movie, keep in mind great stories and great characters matter. And fun and entertainment also can matter too. Okay? Just give us something what we love to see. And yeah, you don't have to make a perfect movie. Like, you don't have to make a masterpiece, or don't try to make like Citizen Kane or Godfather level masterpiece. I just only wanted a good movie. I just only wanted a great movie. And that's it. Okay? Now, there are times it can happen in the future. A masterpiece of a film can happen. But making great movies is all I wanted. Alright? Now, guys, if you saw my review for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, you can go check it out. Now, keep in mind, this is coming from someone who does really enjoy the movie, alright? Now, do I have problems with the movie? Yes. Do I wish it could have been better? Absolutely. I do wish that the story could have been better. I wish there's some things that could have been fixed, and especially the pacing of the film, like some of the pacing. But again, guys, try to be honest about the movie. All right, don't, and also don't throw politics. All right, because knowing politics is getting out of hand. Keep politics out of entertainment. All right, because. And also keep the culture war thing out of it. All right? Please. This needs to stop. All right? Act like mature adults, grow up, and try to respect people's opinions. All right? Okay. That's all I really need to say about it, guys. So, let me know. But yeah, in conclusion, let's just try to all get along. All right, we need to all get along and try to be all happy and try to be all joy, and try to have a good time and and as long as you all stick together, y'all are good. All right, try to get along and try to be friends. And if some of you guys ain't watch Milo Pony or Care Bears or anything like that, always care about friendship. I know it's a weird thing. Now I know it's a weird thing to say that because they are like those type of shows that that are all about friendships, but that's friendships matter, guys. It's okay to be close with friendships. They're very nice of you, and they're kind of you, and they took care of you, and they understand you. Try to be smart enough. Try to be happy, and try to be fun, and try to get along with people. Okay. And guys, next time make movies for everyone, not just for kids and just for the fans. Okay. Because right now I have doubts that what could happen in the future, that whatever the next Mario movies, maybe they could be good. I don't know, but I have my doubts that it would be great. But I have a feeling it won't be great. I mean, it will, but I have a feeling it won't be great because after the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the reviews has been getting, I that really just makes me very cautious about the Mario movies in the future, or it actually makes me feel cautious about the video game movies in the future, with the exception of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Like, I'm looking forward to that next year. But yeah, but that's all I need to say about it, guys. So, guys, be honest. Don't throw politics. Don't throw all hatred with your feelings. Just understand where people are coming from and look at it as a film. All right. That's all I need to say about it. All right, guys. That's all I need to make this video. For this type of things, I need to get off my chest for. So let me know if you really like this video. Now, okay, let me know what are your thoughts on this video. If you really like it or love it, hit like or love if you can, and let me know down below what are your thoughts on this. And and coming tonight, I will have my review for Dragon Ball Z Season 5. So look for, if some of you guys are interested, look forward to that if you can. But all I can say is, guys, have a good day, and I'll see you guys later.